Welcome back! Today I have a super fun video for you. I'm gonna be dyeing my hair. Yes! If you've been watching us for a while, then you know I love to change my hair, especially since I big chopped about 2 years ago. I often wear box braids or knotless braids that I put in myself. I love how carefree they are. And sometimes I wear a headband wig that looks pretty natural. That's a headband wig. That's a headband wig. Sometimes I have my natural hair pulled up in a bun or in a twist out. And as you recall, I also straightened my hair, heat straightened it, and had Kenton help me trim it just last month or in December of 2022. So that brings us to now.
But I don't want Kenton to know what I'm doing. It's gonna be a surprise. So, let's see. So I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect. This is the first time I'm doing this.
This is a temporary hair makeup wax in the color Dragon Fruit from ORS. And this is the color red, and I also have the color gold in this other brand because I couldn't find it by the brand ORS, which I think I would prefer. So yeah, that's the gold. And I also got a small sample size. You can see the big difference in size. Back in the day, I used to try temporary spray-on hair color for fun. This one is in the color Pop Star Pink, but I'm not going to do that. I really wanted pink, but they didn't have it in the wax cream. So anyway, I'm not going to use this.
So I think I'm going to use this one. And these two, because these are close. I'll use this on a different day.
Okay, this is my hair. It's dirty. It's a mess. It's been in old braids. And the front is loose because I had a leave out when I did a sew-in. So I'm going to need to kind of get it together and also moisturize it a little bit, just with a little water. I do not manipulate or comb my hair when it's super dry because then it becomes super brittle and that's how it breaks. So that's what I do. Kind of finger detangle it a little bit, add a little moisture. Now let's tackle the back of these braids. So it is sewn down, which I did myself. And yeah, this part makes people nervous. And I'm sure it will make anyone nervous if you don't know what you're doing. You could really cut your hair. But I know what I'm doing. And so now I'm just taking out the thread and then going to unravel the braids. So you just gotta feel real carefully and don't cut your hair. Or have somebody else do it if you're not sure. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and unravel these braids and then kind of lightly comb it out. So I'm super excited because this is the first time I am literally putting color in my hair. This hair is virgin hair. It has never been colored. And the last time I put permanent color in my hair has to be like over 10 years ago. I would put streaks. So as you know, I'm always like worried about sort of health risks, and I just cannot get myself to put permanent hair dye in my hair, like especially black hair dye, which looks nice on most people. I just can't get myself to do it. So I just thought, why not do something super fun and you don't even have to commit to it. You know, this is going to be washed out literally after a day or two. It's just for fun. And have you ever had those moments where you just wanted to do something you haven't done? And yes, I am 50 years old, actually 52. And I might look crazy to some people with bright purple hair, but I don't care. It's, I'm sure, going to make me smile and happy. So why not? I anticipate this is going to get very messy, so I have some wipes. But honestly, you really should do this in the bathroom and not your bedroom like I'm doing. I also have some gloves, but I don't think I'll be using it because I kind of like to be able to feel, you know, I think that the gloves will be a little clumsy for me. Anyway, so braids are out, twists are going up. That way I can work in one small section at a time. I think that will be easier. So I'm gonna start in the back, and this is the color Dragon Fruit by ORS. It's really nice and silky and soft. It kind of feels like a hair pudding. Yeah, that's what it feels like. The color is pretty intense, isn't it? I wasn't sure if it was going to be that intense and whether it's going to really show up on my dark hair. Because you know, a lot of people bleach their hair before they put these bright colors on. But let's see how it goes. Well, it seems to be sticking. And it's not sticky or anything. It actually slides on pretty well. I think it was helpful that my hair was sprayed with a little water. So my hair is mostly dry. It's definitely not wet, but it does have a little bit of moisture in it. And look, you can actually see the color. Wow. And you can definitely also see the texture. So as I'm putting it on, it's not stiff at all. It's still pretty soft and bouncy. And as you can see, the color goes on really well. So I am excited. I can't wait to be done. Yo, look at the texture, right? You can see it, and you can see how the color is taken to my hair. Nice. I hope I don't look like a clown when we're done. And it's messy too. It's messy. Even though I don't mind, it feels like I'm doing some sort of art project. Like my hair has turned into an art project. and there's no way to do it wrong. Not really, you know? As long as you don't put too much product. From what I've read and what I've seen videos, they say don't put too much product on your hair because you don't want it to be all clumpy. You want to be able to see the hair strands. So on a different subject, but kind of related, the other day I was on TikTok and this guy was ranting, or he was, very upset, and he was going on about how a patient disrespected him. So mind you, this person looked like a male. He looked like a man to me. And he had pink hair, long pink curly hair, and earrings, right? So it was one of those situations where it was easy not to be sure what he was, you know, whether he was male or female. But to me, as another doctor, I would say that it was clear he was a male. And so his whole rant was the fact that one day he was working in the emergency room, dressed as he was dressed. He had scrubs on, but again, he says he still had his pink hair and earrings on and eyeliner. And this patient was being wheeled in a wheelchair, and she passed him, or he passed her. And she looked up and she saw his bright hair, and she commented and said kind of like, oh, that's different. And she kind of, was wheeled past him. So unbeknownst to her, he was a doctor, right? And unbeknownst to him, he didn't realize that was going to be his next patient. So they get into the exam room and she's wheeled in. She's an older woman. Sounds like she was a very old woman. And obviously you understand that generation in general, right? So she looks at him and she's clearly upset, and she says, I want another doctor. When he introduces himself, she says, I want another doctor that looks normal, because apparently she was very disturbed by the fact that he had pink hair, he had earrings, he had eyeliner. He just looked different than what she assumed a doctor would look like, or what she assumed her doctor would look like. So again, he was just ranting about how he felt so disrespected and what's wrong with people nowadays, and how could this woman talk to him like that. But here's my point, or here is my perspective, and you might be surprised. I honestly am not surprised that the woman would be upset, because I think honestly, and I'm a doctor, right? If I walked into a room and I saw that my doctor was dressed, unprofessionally, or did not look professionally, in the rather conservative manner that I am expecting, I think I would be distracted. I may not be upset like this older woman was, but I understand why she was upset, or I understand why, she would be taken aback. I think when it comes to certain professions, they need to remain somewhat conservative. That's what I'm saying, okay? So I'm saying that if you go see your doctor, I don't think you want your doctor to have bright blue hair or bright purple hair like I'm doing, or bright yellow hair, or earrings, dangly earrings that are really loud if they're a man, or even if they're a woman. There's certain jewelry that's just not appropriate for the workplace, right? And so I guess what I'm saying is, you might think, oh, aren't you being hypocritical? You're wearing purple hair. But I just told you my purple hair is temporary, one. And number two, thankfully, I am not currently seeing patients. If I were seeing patients, I definitely would not have my hair like this, okay? Because I think it's a distraction. Again, when you go to see a professional, I think you are expected to look professional. And I think if you really focus on the fact that you're there to help people, at least if you're in that, serving people industry, your goal is to focus on the person in front of you. You are not supposed to be the distraction. You are not supposed to be, the distraction. It's not about you. It's about your client, or it's about your patient, or it's about whoever's in front of you that you're there to serve. So that's my take. And you may or may not agree with me, but that's what I was thinking. So I hope, share what you think. Share what you think. What's your perspective on how people dress? I guess it's kind of like if you go see an accountant or you go see a lawyer and your lawyer shows up. You're there for a serious matter and your lawyer shows up with, I don't know, purple hair. How seriously are you going to take them? I mean, I guess if you're related to them or if you know them, on a personal level, or you grew up with them, maybe it's different. But anyway, that's my point. Let's go back to this hair. So the other brand, other than the ORS, I wasn't liking it. I didn't like the texture, but I like the color. I like the pink. And so I decided to add more pink to the front, basically just to kind of create a streak, just to give the purple some dimension. So I only did that a little bit in the front. And after a little bit of makeup, this is what she's looking like. Are you ready? Remember how I started? It's different, right? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's giving me lion vibes. I'm a Leo. We love our big, big hair. Also, I wanted to show you my fingers. There is no paint or no color on them because this paint washes off super easy. Honestly, you just run your hands under water and it just washes away. So, yes. Oh, you want to see the back? Let's show you the back. It could be better, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Big hair, don't care. Now, once it dries, as you can see, it gets kind of stiff. So she's not moving. No, she's not moving. This hair color, once it's dry, it's like putting on hair gel. There's a little bit of transfer on my fingers because there are parts that are damp, but when it's completely dry, I didn't get any transfer. But yeah, so let's see, should we move the part to the left or to the right? Okay, see, I'm just showing you full transparency, but it doesn't bother me. Just wash your hands and just take your hands out your head. But I couldn't stop touching it. And those curls are popping. So yeah, so much fun.
What do you think?
Now remember, Kenton is used to me having different hairstyles, but of late he's seen me mostly with straight hair.
What do you think? It smells like men's cologne, doesn't it? Like shaving cream or men's cologne?
No, it's not that strong. I mean, like
no?
Men's, no. No,
Yeah, come down a little bit.
What? Aromatic.
Yeah, so what do you think?
I need some color in my hair.
You need some color in your hair. Well, would you like pink or purple? Or would you like some yellow? That yellow, I still have the yellow. What's more shocking, the afro or the color?
Oh, it's interesting.
Come down, I can't see you.
What? It's interesting.
I want to see you.
Right.
Yeah.
It matches your youthful vibe.
As they say, age is nothing but a number. So if you're comfortable, wear it. Don't let anybody tell you you're too old to do X, Y, Z, or you're too old to wear that. Wear it. It's yours. You paid for it. You know, big hair, big hair. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Aren't you feeling the gold and the purple? I've been wearing white. This is what I look like in black. Yes, the purple hair still pops. I love it, love it, love it, love it. You know, I was thinking back in my late 20s, I used to wear a lot of black because I thought it was cool. Now I wear black just to look thin. But I definitely love this purple color, and I can't wait to show you what the gold hair color looks like on me. Bye! Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up.